Hey friends, I know it's been a long time since we talked. In fact, we have moved twice now, I think since the last time I shared a video or an update. And so we have a lot of catching up to do. And I honestly am super ridiculously busy and I don't have time to make fancy videos and dress them up and edit them and all that. So I just wanted to get something quick out here because there's something I definitely want to talk to all of you about, see if I can get some help. Uh, so we are going to be heading to Western North Carolina on Friday or Saturday this weekend. That would be November 1st or November 2nd of 2024. And we're specifically going to Minneapolis, North Carolina. That's one of the locations that was severely hit and damaged by Hurricane Helene, and they suffered massive losses there, many deaths, and complete loss of buildings and homes, road infrastructure, uh, waste treatment, utility lines, and everything like that. They've got a lot of people there still living in tents or staying in the church. Even the church was damaged. I guess there's 3 churches there, so I don't know exactly to what extent, if all of them were damaged or just one, but I know the Minneapolis Baptist Church was damaged, and that's who we are coordinating with another group in Ohio, another church group that's going to be meeting us there. And I believe they're bringing about 17 people with them, including some of our family members. And they're bringing their excavator equipment. Our sister and brother-in-law, they have a well drilling company, so they're bringing their equipment so that they can help. I know that they have requested assistance in clearing roadways that still haven't been cleared, and I guess the situation there is still pretty rough. They're recovering, but it's definitely still rough. They need a lot of help, and they're saying that there was tremendous assistance in the beginning, but it's starting to die down now. I think a lot of the people that were helping in the beginning have had to go back to their lives and their jobs. And so we really need to see a new wave of people coming there. And this is one of the smaller towns that big media isn't talking about. The news isn't really covering this area. So they aren't getting the assistance like Asheville and Chimney Rock and, the bigger places like that. So we're going to go out there and try to help. Josh and I specifically are taking donations through our Hood's Homestead, which is now a nonprofit organization. We are registered as nonprofit through the state of North Carolina, and we're still waiting on our 501c3 designation from the IRS. So hopefully they might process that faster. They say if you are providing disaster relief, so we'll see. Sometimes that can take a really long time to process, but we are accepting donations for this relief effort on hoodshomestead.com. And we are also taking donations locally for physical items. There's a list of what we need on our website, and that list of needs comes directly from people that are in Minneapolis, North Carolina, and it's specific to their area. And I will say that if you're hearing people saying, oh, we're overwhelmed with supplies and we don't need anything, or if you try to go and volunteer somewhere and someone stops you and says, we don't need anything, you know, go somewhere else. Sometimes you really should just go anyway and ask other people, because what we're finding is, and this is specifically coming from people in Minneapolis and other areas, what's happening is volunteers are going into areas and being told that they're good, they don't need any help, and sending them away. Well, that's not always accurate. And what we're seeing is that people seem to have their little bubble where everything is good in their little bubble, and what they're seeing is accurate, you know, for them, but someone right down the road might still need something, and that person would say, don't go, I need your help. You know, I need mud shoveled out of my house, or the walls falling down, or this needs gutted. So, you know, just if you have a feeling that you should go further and confirm if other people need help or not, you probably should just follow your intuition and do it, because it's not going to hurt anything if you just do a little bit of investigating and find out for yourself if everyone is good and everyone's okay. Don't just take the word of one or two people that you happen to run into. So anyway, Josh and I have already collected $1,500 worth of donations, and we just started this a few days ago. So we're doing pretty good. We had 2 very expensive heavy-duty 200-foot extension cords shipped to us from Georgia. We received a super long aluminum extension ladder that's normally, you know, really expensive. We've got chainsaws and chainsaw supplies that we're going to be donating. We're going to buy ourselves with the donation funds, and with our funds that we're donating, we're going to buy building supplies so that the residents and businesses can try to rebuild their buildings and get things dried in for winter, which is pretty much upon us. And the temperatures are dropping there, so they really need this stuff quick. So we're going to take our 10-foot trailer with 4-foot high walls loaded with supplies in our F-150, and we're going to meet our group of 17 or so people up there this weekend, and we're going to probably stay in an Airbnb nearby, so we can also be helping to support the local tourist venues, I guess you could say. So we'll be doing that. And right now, you know, Josh and I have a lot of stuff going on ourselves. Right now, actually, I'm working on grading this area here for my greenhouse. We recently moved into this new house, and I have a lot of tropical sensitive citrus fruit trees that I have to get into this greenhouse before it gets too cold. They're already starting to suffer and yellow, so I got to do that. We're working on the inside of this house. This is something I need to catch you guys up on, but the house that we moved into was a tax foreclosure, and it was a mess. It had been abandoned for 12 years, I believe, and had holes in the roof and mold and water damage and just squatter damage. The whole inside of the house was just trashed, and so we have done a lot of work and repaired a lot of that, which I'll be sharing with you later. And that's one of the reasons why I haven't been around. And so right now we're still doing some work under the house. It's a double wide mobile home, and those things have a plastic underbelly underneath, and we had plumbing issues and had to cut the underbelly open and remove insulation. So that is currently open right now and exposed to the damp and the cold and the crawl space. So we got to get all of that fixed. We're still doing flooring and haven't fully unpacked or anything. So, you know, we have all this stuff going on, but we feel a calling to help our fellow neighbors in Western North Carolina is a higher priority. So we're putting this stuff on hold right now so that we can go and help them. And, you know, we don't have a lot of money either, but we're taking what money we can and we're going to help these people because, you know, the stuff that we're dealing with is nothing compared to what they're dealing with. And it's just the right thing to do. So we'll be doing that. And I just want to ask for any help that you guys can give us to help them. So anything in the form of sharing this video, sharing our website, follow us on Facebook. That's where I've been posting updates and information about this relief effort that we're doing. And whatever you guys can do to help, you know, it's greatly appreciated. I know that they're gonna appreciate it too. And yeah, I think that's probably about it for now. Like I said, I've got a bazillion things I have to take care of. And again, sorry I haven't been around for a long time, but you know, hopefully I'll be able to make some more time for that here soon. I've got lots of videos to show you guys on the last house that we lived in that we built, this current house, the tax foreclosure process, all kinds of stuff to share. But life is just keeping me busy. So anyway, I hope you're all doing good, and I appreciate you and your time. And stay safe, everybody. Bye. There's a few things I realized that I forgot to mention in my last video, and I want to append that to the end of that video. We have multiple contacts in Minneapolis, North Carolina that we have been speaking to, some directly and some indirectly, but they are all verifiable contacts. And the situation there isn't that, it's kind of bad, guys. So they recently found another 3 dead bodies there, and so they continue to find dead bodies. We were told that we should be prepared to find dead bodies ourselves because there's a high probability that that will happen because they can smell them there. It's not like, oh, well, maybe we'll find something. There's death there for sure. You can smell it. It could be a dog, it could be a cat, or a horse, or who knows what. Could be a person. And so we have to be prepared for that, especially doing excavating and debris removal. So still people unaccounted for. And that's the situation throughout a lot of western North Carolina right now, and even south of that, because the massive amounts of water washed everything all down south into South Carolina and beyond. So that's pretty crazy and scary. The other concerning thing is that there are people that are starting to get sick now. And if you can imagine, I mean, it's not surprising. You've got this environment that is wet and damp and muddy, and it's raised up who knows what kind of bacteria from all of the soil that was unearthed from the thousands of landslides that occurred. And you've got wastewater, waste from farms, chemicals from businesses and manufacturing facilities, and you know, things like that. stuff that may have been in the ground, stored, could have been unearthed and, you know, spread about. And, you know, just then the stress and the poor living conditions, so people are now getting sick. And I guess it's kind of turning into a wave, from what we're being told. It's passing through people. You know, you've got all these people that are now having to kind of work together and help each other. So it's just a spark and some dry brush that's just waiting to take off there. So it's a possibility we might come back sick ourselves. Definitely a risk that we'll be taking, but you know, it's got to be done. Somebody's got to do it. So trying to think if there's anything else that I'm gonna forget to tell you about. I think those were the two big things. Oh, well, and you know, I've been hearing a lot of back and forth debate about whether or not government groups are stopping people or confiscating things, and I've never really known for sure what to believe. You know, I like to believe that our government groups would be better than that, but I have heard some things from local people that if we don't say the right things when we're coming in, like who we're with, that we're with a nonprofit, someone that's on the FEMA list, and things like that, that if we were to say anything other than what we're supposed to say, we're being told that we'll get turned away, stopped, and unable to enter the area, and possibly our stuff confiscated. I don't know if it's necessarily confiscated, or if they're like, well, you have to leave it here with us or go away, kind of thing. But we were told that one of our local contacts has said that that's happening there. But you know, I don't have my own personal confirmation, so in a way, I'm kind of anxious to go there and see what's really going on for myself, and see what's truth and what's misinformation. So I guess I'll find out, and I'll definitely share it with you guys. I could pretty much guarantee it's going to be different everywhere you go. Each region or each, you know, little town is going to have their own thing going on. Different groups of people, different needs. So what happens there may not be happening somewhere else. So I guess we'll find out, and I'll definitely make sure to share this with you, this whole process, and let you know what kind of information we can find out. I know I haven't been around for a while, but I definitely want to make sure that this is something I share with you. So definitely, if you haven't subscribed, please do. Stay posted, because honestly, I feel like it's going to be the local people, or the people that have come from all over the United States to personally volunteer as an individual, not as some major organization or government group. They're likely going to be the ones that are giving you the honest, true story, because they are there and they don't have an agenda. So we'll see. But anyway, thanks again, guys. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.